All right. I think we're up. Here we go. So this is live stream number 2 for Veridio channel. So yeah, December 23rd, 2025. And I wanted to really kind of hop on here, start talking about some the year in review, what it's been like for a solo founder, the good lessons, the hard to learn lessons, and the lessons that you should not have to learn, but evidently everyone does. So, um, yeah. So first of all, happy holidays to everyone, no matter what you guys celebrate. So hope you guys are having a good week, and the sport's about to start, so that's kind of exciting. And if anyone follows, I'm a UT fan, University of Texas. So they play next week, so I'm excited. Anyways, all right, so 2025 and Veridio. So as a solo founder right now, it's been bumpy ride, up and down, and there's a phrase that I think I'm going to give Elon Musk the credit for it, and I'm going to probably butcher the exact quote, but the quote was something like, being a founder, being an entrepreneur is like chewing glass and walking through, a pitch black maze, and you don't know which way you're going. Um, I think that's fairly accurate in a way and not so terrible, but at the same time, sometimes as bad as that sounds. Um, yeah, let's get into it. So, um, February, I turned to my wife and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on the nights and weekends, and I'm going to really, try to give it my all. So, and I've had this idea, Veridio, since 2023. So it took me about 18 months, maybe 20 months to finally say, okay, let's get this off the ground. So February and beginning of March started formed the LLC. And the first thing that I wanted to do was find a technical partner, because I I don't have the skills myself to develop the exact platform that's in my head, by myself. And, back in February, March timeframe, vibe coding was a thing. But I think from what I was reading and learning and hearing about from a lot of people was like, it's good. Um, but it's not for everybody. And if you don't have that experience, it's not going to be good for you. It's going to turn into something sloppy. So, or even worse, it does work and someone can knock it down, break into it, hack it, whatever you want to, whatever phrase you want to use. And for me, building a verification platform, right? So, like the very first network performance verification platform, um, you can't risk any of that. So, what we, what I decided to do was reach out to a lot of different people and that I was working with at the time, and they said that this one person was really, really, good. So we had lots of conversations. He was equally as excited about the idea of Veridio project, the opportunity that was there. So, um, I believe it was at the middle of March, maybe end of March, we, you know, started working together. And then by the end of April, he decided to do something else, go his own way, which is fine. But that was a quick lesson that I learned, which was, everyone has their own plan. Anyways, so but during that phase, I did learn a lot about legal structure. So LLCs, um, creating partnerships that way, and then on top of that, C corps, creating an actual corporation. And so I did. I didn't waste anything. I learned a lot through that process. So it's good to learn. I will just leave it at that. So the next phase was partnership number two. So this one, I reached out to a broader network, and I was referred to this one person, and he was open to it. We met, we talked, we met, we talked some more, and then we decided to, kick things off. So I learned a lot during this phase. We're no longer partners anymore, but during this phase, what I learned was timelines, deadlines, documentation, all that fun stuff. I like to be a trusting person, but you know, uh, you, I guess you can say that I am a trusting person until I learn my lesson, and then yeah, we go on from there. So anyway, so we let's see. So it was in May. We started talking, and then I was given by my partner at the time a end of June, you know, potential launch. End of June came, nothing happened. We met again. We set August 15th. I started going on podcasts. I started marketing. I started doing cold outreach, and August 15th came and went. And then that is when I reached out to a mentor, advisor now. And the mentor, I should have reached out to him a long time ago, but I wanted to kind of do things differently, my way, whatever. Costly mistake. Don't do that. Reach out to If you have a mentor, reach out to them, talk to them, and if you don't have mentors or advisors, find some. I saw a good post by this person that I do follow, and I've met once or twice, but his point of view is he's successful. He sold a software company, but his point of view is reach out to them, provide some value, somehow they can relate or help you. Basically, do all the work for them to say yes, and if they say no, then they shouldn't be an advisor or a mentor. Um, so, anyways, yeah, so I reached out to my mentor and now advisor, and I asked him if he would do a full review of the app that was being worked on by the then partner. So deadline came, did the review, and it was considered a crud app. And so I, spoke to, again, after the review, I spoke to my mentor, and then I spoke to quite a few different people. And mind you, by this time, 7 months in, 8 months in, ten, decent amount of money out the door already on marketing, podcasts, formations, this, that, the next. And so that's when I've really gathered as much information as possible. Okay, so where are we today? And then where what is it going to take, time and money, to get to the very next stage, which is MVP or beta 1. And after I figured out that, which was significantly more money, that I was not planning for, and then a significant time investment as well. 6 months. then that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to take a step back from Verideal. And so my then partner and I, I spoke to him. I told him I'm just going to take a step back. It's a lot more money and time than initially thought, and all this stuff. And so, we both went our ways, and then, yeah. And so a few weeks passed. My wife was, urging me to get back into it. And so I kept talking about it and had good conversations with a few people. And this one person said, check out vibe coding. I think you could do that within a week. I was like, okay. So I did. Pulled up Claude, and funny enough, I had Claude on split screen with my VS Code. And for anyone that's done this before or knows about it, you can actually put Claude Code as like a in VS Code. So, yeah, I didn't know that. And so I was basically trying to relay what was happening, taking screenshots and all this stuff. Anyway, so um, they thought that was hilarious when I was talking to my mentor and all this stuff. Anyway, so I made up, well, so take one minor step backwards. And so I wrote down exactly what I wanted within Claude, and then I asked a person on Fiverr to build wireframes within Balsamic, and so I paid for that. Um, and then I took the wireframes and I put that into kind of Claude code to really kind of give it like a meat and potatoes, so it could follow a recipe moving forward. So, anyways, so that's what I did. Um, yeah, and off I went. So I did the MVP within about 6 days. I showed my advisor, and my advisor was like, "Okay, I'm going to bring you into this." His partner, and who has a little bit more time, and so his partner and I have been working side by side pretty much since the middle of October. So, um, and his company, uh, have been helping me take it from MVP to beta launch, which happened last week, and super excited. And that's what, spurred live session number one. But, so yeah, now, and mind you, between October and now, there was a lot of ups and downs as well. There's a lot of changes. I did a complete change on this one fundamental, not feature, but like real, like core, which is the ratings, the way that we rate. I wanted to be more inclusive, and not in a DE and I way, but I wanted to make it in a way that um, can help shine a spotlight on different performers. And the reason why I say that is because, like sales reps, um, you can close a big deal, one big deal a year, and be in President's Club or be 200% to quota. But then there's also those type of people that close a deal every single week, and they are grinding and they're working every single day, every single week, and they make it to President's Club as well. Two complete different people achieving the same results. So I need to create a system that can shine on which the hiring manager and the company looking for employees um, want. Do they want the grinder, or do they want the big whale hunter? And so that was a big significant change, and I did that at the beginning of December after Thanksgiving. And mind you, remember this one thing: I have a day job, and I work the day job, typically 8:30 to 5, and I'm doing all of this at 5 a.m. or 6 p.m. or 5:30 p.m., and then I help put the kids to bed, and then, as my wife will admit, I mean, I'll stay up until midnight, 1, 2, finish the work, go sleep, wake up, do it again. Um, so I just want people to have a very clear understanding that like I don't have this massive piggy bank. I'm not a trust funder. I'm not all this other stuff. I am working and grinding. And it's important for me to share that with you, because I believe as a solo founder these days, you can do a lot by yourself, and you can do a lot by yourself cheaply, not free, but cheaply, per month with all the tools out there. But you're going to have to work long days, definitely every weekend. Yeah, your weekends are gone, not completely ruined. They're just gone. You have to wake up, um, don't drink heavy so you're hungover the next morning, wake up, work, when the kids are napping or sleeping, you better be working. So anyways, so I just want to make sure that people understand that. So the biggest lessons, sorry, I kind of skipped this, but anyways, moving forward, we went to launch last week, and so it has been 6 days since we fully went live, technically 5 days, really. Um, and we've had some good traction. The analytics are coming through. I just launched marketing about a day or two ago, and we have Christmas coming up in 2 days, and so that's going to throw off, lower engagement, I guess you can say. And so we're primarily focused on, let's see, LinkedIn, and then doing this YouTube. I have a X channel for my personal self, not for the company, and so um, yeah, I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of learning. So. But I will leave the live stream with this. So, biggest lessons 2025 that I've learned is number one, reach out to friends and families, find mentors as soon as possible. If you want to start a business, reach out to people, don't stop. Um, ask for advice, ask for what to do. 90% of people will say no or not have a damn clue what to say. Um, but that 10% is all you need. And really, it's that 1% that really makes the key difference. So don't stop talking about your project. Don't stop talking about your dream. Keep going. Keep keep asking questions, um, until you find a great mentor and advisor that's willing to work with you biweekly or weekly to really push you. So that's number one lesson that I learned the hard way, and I should not have, but I did. Lesson number two for 2025, you can achieve a lot in a short amount of time if you find the right resources and you're willing to spend a little bit of more money. Nothing is free in this world, but nothing has to be extremely expensive anymore. There's a lot of programs, there's a lot of skills out there, and there's a lot of people building and pushing in public. X is a fantastic place to learn skills that you don't know. All you have to do is ask. Reddit is the same thing. All you do is ask, and most likely people will kind of point you in the right direction. And then you just don't be lazy and follow up the next three steps. Figure it out. That's all you have to do. And and then third is a piece of advice that I would like to give to myself and to everybody else. And it's kind of like, unless you are truly 100% like David Goggins, and if you know who he is, then you know, but he is relentless in his consistency and pursuit, and it's very impressive. Um, unless you're exactly like that, which I'd say not many people are, my message to you is it's okay. It's okay to not be absolutely perfect every single day and have a 10-hour, work your day job and work your side hustle 10 hours, working 20 hours total a day for 7 days a week for on and on. Yes, there's going to be those people that do it. Uh, but guess what? We're all human, and life happens. And if you have kids, your life really does happen. You just kind of have to learn to do a lot within a short amount of period of time. And you can do that today with a lot of tools. Automate a lot of stuff, personalize a lot of stuff, be unique, um, and stop auto posting generated material. I did that for a long time until December. And then I started just posting my own stuff, and it just night and day. Sure, there's a format that you have to follow, but don't, yeah, don't do that. Yeah. So, what am I looking forward to in 2026? Fully launch, fully scale. I would love to kind of really scale up as fast as possible, and hopefully, anyone that's watching and listening can help spread the word. Verideal.io for tech sales reps. Um, Trying to change the game, make an even playing field out there, based on performance and verified performance, and not let computers dictate who gets laid off or who gets fired. Um, you know, if you're a high performer, you should not have to worry about anything. And for people that have been laid off, we want to help you. I want to help you. I want to help you showcase what you've done in your career, so that way the next round of interviews or resumes that you supply that um, have thousands of applicants on them, you can show the recruiter and the hiring manager something totally different, which is like all these buyers that verified all these deals, and I have a rating of 4.9 and I've absolutely crushed it. I think that would be so cool to be able to help thousands, if not tens of thousands of people get back on their feet after being laid off or fired, and really get after it. So I hope you guys have a good holiday break. I will do a live session next week, probably right before New Year's. So that'll be my last 2025 live, and I'll probably be talking about the University of Texas football game against Michigan. Anyways, have a good one.